Maybe they are all connected? Oh, man. Okay. The last session, episode 4. I've thoroughly enjoyed it.
I think that's enough of that for now.
Excuse me?
You're quite fond of this show, aren't you?
Oh, we're breaking the meta. The meta has been.
Come on. Let's get you down to the observation room.
Oh, observation room? Okay, no control over this.
This place must be starting to feel like home to you. Don't worry. Try and get you out of here eventually. Just in here. Okay, are we through in the next room? Just relax and we'll get started in a moment.
Cool. Are we gonna mind meld with some aliens?
Right, Mr. Aition, now are you ready? Just hit record on the tape deck in front of you when you're ready.
Okay, no time like the present.
This is subject 12-19-86-23, new session entry. We have myself, Dr. Alexander, leading, and in a room we have our patient, Mr. James Aition. As we know, James has recently recovered from a 2-week coma following his accident. In our last 3 sessions, James's attempts to recollect events of the accident seen him merging his memory with his imagination. These episodes have always ended in panic, and we've had to terminate the session abruptly. Let's try and do this one better, James. So when you're ready, let's bring this back. I know how difficult this must be, but you can do this. James, it's time to remember. Your mind, it's like a conscious black box. It can show you your memories. Look into
Oh, look at the walls, look at the walls, look at the walls! Oh no. Walls are not supposed to bleed, ladies and gentlemen. As a homeowner myself, just a little pro tip, they're not supposed to bleed. Fun little factoid. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so he was in a coma. I wonder if those cars had anything to do. Was he in a car accident? Because that's okay. Very interesting. I like. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna stop guessing.
In your most recent episode, you recalled a false memory of a remote weather station. You were isolated from the rest of the world, locked inside your coma. We interacted with you daily, encouraging you to wake. Your family would do number puzzles with you. Anything, really, to bring you back. People needed answers, James. Do you remember?
I have another signal here for you, James. It's at 5610 FM. You can't miss it.
Great. Fun. Fun and interactive.
86 23 04. Type in the numbers, James. You gotta see this. This is 20F 12 19 86 23 04. Type in the numbers, James. You gotta see this. This is 20F 12 19 86 23 04. Type in the numbers, James. You gotta see this.
All right. Reports. All right. All right. Traffic road. Oh. Okay. Cool. Very sick. Very cool. Okay, let's zoom it in. Let's tighten it up. Tighten it up. All right. Number of vehicles 2. 86. Pleasant Hill Forest Road. Fatal accident. James injured. Rest passenger. Okay. Driver 2 was deceased. Great. All right, so it seemed like there was somebody else in James's car, but it's been blotted out. And the other person was definitely killed. Arrived on the scene to discover 2 cars that had been involved in a near head-on collision. Mr. Aiton found lying down outside his vehicle with head injuries. An ambulance was immediately called. His passenger was trapped in the vehicle in critical condition from wounds sustained in the collision. The driver of the blue sedan, Mr. Hennings, was found dead on arrival. It was noticed that there was a strong smell of whiskey from the driver and an empty whiskey bottle on the passenger seat. Mr. Aiton had been questioned on the scene. He described an oncoming blue sedan being clearly out of control, which he swerved to avoid. Mr. Aiton's passenger was his sister. The driver of the blue sedan is an ex-police officer of 20 years. Good. Good. Super cool. Okay. Very sick. Very cool. Alright. Am I gonna roll back and it's gonna be... Oh. Yeah. Oh, line 1, line 2, line 3. Am I looking for those things here? Am I fucking stupid? Oh, am I looking for the circled items? 20F fatal accident. Empty whiskey out of control. Is it a capital F? It's a capital F. Oh, is it capitalized? Sure fucking is. Dumbass. Alright. There we go. I love that I had pieces and parts of it together.
Find the
and
signal,
just...
James. Listen to the voices. You have to face it, James. Finally.
Alright, 7,000 FM.
It's not like him, at all. I've worked with Officer Hennings for 6 years, and not once have we even talked about alcohol. Drunk driving. He was a father, a husband, he was fine. No way he caused this. It's him, this Haitian guy. He's got something to hide.
Nothing makes any sense to me, buddy. You step out into the hospital ward, only it seems abandoned. Your vision is blurry. All of your episodes are recorded to tape. This is the 4th. Great. Driving home. Don't have that 5th pint. First steps to recovery. Cool. Maybe not. Maybe nobody's here. There's... Oh, sorry. Keys. Grab the keys from the table. They weigh heavy in your hat. Creepy. Very creepy. There's no dash in this game? Whoa! Unbelievable. Okay. Okay. A room. Caught only a glimpse of the room. I guess that's why there's no detail here. Oh. Okay, sure. Locked? Waiting area is dark, but you feel a fucking shit. Fucking hate this. That's fun and interactive. Cool. You feel dread in the pit of your stomach. I feel dread in the pit of my stomach.
Okay, we have a 22-year-old male just brought in from a vehicle collision. He was awake and mobile at the scene, but collapsed on arrival to the emergency ward. The other passengers died in the accident. I'm getting no pulse. Prepare for defib. Amp charge full to 10 and give me 100 joules. Come on, 100 joules. Charging amp full to 10. Come on.
Don't know which one it is. Right.
Can we get this on the screen, please?
Huh? Oh, there it is. We were gonna get there eventually. Come on.
Come on, 100 joules. Charging up full to 10. Clear. No reaction from first stage. Let's try higher. 200 joules. Keep the amp charged at 10. $200 joules. Keep the charge at 10. Let's go. Clear. Okay, we have a reaction of some sort here, a weak signal. Let's keep going. Increase again. 360, charge full.
This is fascinating.
Come on, 360, hurry.
Yeah, I'm hurrying, I'm hurrying. Okay.
Clear. Well, would you look at that? It seems we have a pulse. Rhythm is stable. We need to run an X-ray right away. Where are we with that X-ray? Let's get it going now, please.
When was the X-ray? Second one. I'm pretty sure this was the X-ray. Oh, that's right.
Where are we with that X-ray? Let's get it going now, please. Looks like an intracerebral hemorrhage. We need to drain this now to relieve pressure. Prepare for trepanation. Switch on a drill, please. Mr. Aition, you've made excellent progress. You're doing great. We need you to stay calm and try to relax while we go through these next steps. We're going to attempt to alleviate some of this discomfort.
Oh boy. They're getting all of the these. This is the culmination. I love and hate this. I mostly love it. The only reason I hate it is because the text puzzles were the part I was the worst at. Okay. Here we go. Not only is tonight New Year's Eve, but tomorrow you leave on a 6-month trip abroad with your friends. Mom, Dad, your sister, Jennifer have decided to throw a party to celebrate it all. Jennifer was a name that was one of the tests as well. Which is interesting. Oh, your sister Jennifer, not two separate people. The house is full. You're in the living room, and as usual, you don't recognize a soul. Look around. The room is full of chatty strangers, mostly friends of Mom and Dad. I love that they're British. There's a door to the hall. Open door. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Go to door. Door. Fuck. Okay. Walk over. Go outside. Push through the crowd into the hallway. The hallway is as welcoming as ever, only this time the folks have put a great big banner across the main wall. Half-finished drinks are abandoned on almost every horizontal surface. Stairs lead up, although the party is firmly downstairs. Go upstairs, obviously. As much as you'd love to, you promised you'd stay downstairs with the party. Okay, go to kitchen. They say all the best parties are in the kitchen. Well, the kitchen is full of people and loud. There are drinks and food on the table, and the party's in full swing. Dad has cooked a hog roast, which sits proudly on the table, although no one is eating it. Eat roast. Maybe later. Okay. Go to utility room, because this, in the first puzzle, in the first one, we couldn't go into the utility room. Just as you were about to head inside the utility room, Jen places her hand on your shoulder. You hug. You're going to miss each other. You thank her for the party. She asks you if you're enjoying the party. Respond. She repeats her question, asking if you've had a nice time. I have. She repeats her question, asking if you've had a nice time. Yes. You tell her it's great, even though you don't really know anyone. She tells you to enjoy it anyways and to loosen up. She asks you to get her a drink. Get drink. You pour Jen a drink, and one for yourself too. There's never an awkward silence with Jennifer. She always has a question. She asks you if you have everything sorted for your big trip. Yes. Tell her yes. That you've packed everything with plenty of room to spare. Another hug. Your family has really gone out of their way to make this trip happen for you. It might be what you need to get some perspective and not fuck up so much. She's going to miss you. You're going to miss her. She walks away. Enter to continue. Jen has disappeared into the crowd. You're left standing, nodding and smiling at the approving faces. There is so much to do for this move. Can't mess it up. But first, a drink. You pour and down another drink. Anything to move the night along. Drink. You pour and down another drink. Anything to move the night along. Drink. Okay. There. Go to utility room. You open the door and peer in. You've never allowed in here normally. This is where Dad keeps his fine wines and whiskeys. Ceilings to floor racks, a collector, although he does actually drink them too. There's a bottle with a ribbon around it and a card. Look at card. You pick up the whiskey and the card. It's your dad's handwriting. Son, I'm so proud of you and everything you've achieved. You've earned this. The bottle of 25-year-old double malt. You shouldn't really, but you have to try it. With your whiskey in hand, you take in the room around you. There must be hundreds, no, thousands of pounds worth of drink in here. Lily must thank your dad for the whiskey. Drink whiskey. You take a swig. It's probably the best and strongest you've ever tasted, ever. Just wow. You head back into the kitchen, clutching your new best friend. You stumble out of the utility room and back into the kitchen. That was one strong whiskey. You take another swig and give a thumbs up to Dad across the room. He nods and winks. You go back out into the hallway. A few burps and laughs on the way, and you make it to the hallway. You stop dead in your tracks. It's Jen, covered in blood. She's staring straight at you. No one else notices. Jen. Blood is dripping down her face. It's mixing with tears. Help, Jen? I'm sorry, I don't understand. Get help? I'm sorry, I don't understand. Oh yeah, no, it's gonna go there's only one way that this can end, right? Yell for help. Yeah, great, I broke it. Everything's broken. Oh, the light's starting to go. Get dad. Oh, cool. Okay. It's just, oh, that was the face we saw earlier. No, thank you. I'm
That's
good.
Fun and interactive.
I'm good. I hate it here. I hate it here. I hate it here.
Sorry, I don't understand.
We tried our best, Mrs. Aition, but her injuries were too severe.
No, I don't understand. I was just talking to her.
I'm afraid Jennifer passed away before we could get to her in surgery. We did the best we could. I'm so sorry.
Where is she? Let me see her.
Please, Mrs. Aition, take a seat.
I don't want to take a seat. Let me talk to her. Now.
I'll arrange for you to see her. In the meantime, James is in recovery. He's stable for now.
I don't want to see him.
Cool. Very sick. Very normal thing to do. You are standing in the hallway. Something has stopped you in your tracks. While searching your mind, your sister interrupts. She waves her hand in front of you and asks if you can drive her home. You still feel out of sorts. Those words echo. No, dude. You're obviously drunk. Go upstairs. No. I'm sorry. I don't understand. Yes. I'm sorry. I don't understand. Go upstairs. You'd love to call it a night, but Jen is waiting patiently. I don't care if Jen is waiting patiently. Leave. You need to tell me which room you want to go to. My room, I guess. House. Yeah, no, this is not going well. This is not going well. Tell Jen no. Drive Jen. Okay. Find car keys. Car keys. Around. Doors to the kitchen, living room. Go upstairs. Love to call it a night, but Jen is waiting patient. It also, this part also reinforces how shitty of a typer I am. Alright. Look for keys. You need to look for them. They must either in the kitchen or the living room. Okay, Jesus. We're making progress. Great. The kitchen is busy. Way too many people crammed in here, but I guess that's where the food and the drink are all at. Guests are looking at the vultures, picking at the roast. Your dad is locking up the utility room. Look for keys. You need to look for them. There must be either in the kitchen. Find keys. Find car. Look for car. You need to look for them. Must be either in the kitchen. Okay. Sitting back in the hallway, bottle of whiskey in hand, but no car keys. Points living room and size as she puts on her coat. Great. Go to. You're sure the keys are in the living room. Well, I would have loved to have known that before. There is such a relaxed dynamic. Come into the kitchen. Various guests sat in chairs having civilized conversations. A coffee table in the middle of the room. Your mom is pouring a drink at the drinks cabinet. Drink. I don't know what you look for keys. Need to look for them. They must be either oh god. Tears immediately start to appear in her eyes. My son, off to America. He gives you a hug. Ask about keys. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Great. Hug mom. Great. Fine. Maybe the keys are in the coat. Okay. Great. Oh, this definitely doesn't work, right? Too easy. Find coat. Drinks on coasters from civilized people. You can't see your keys. Look at chair. Friends in conversation. Jackets and coats everywhere. Look for coat. You search through all the jackets and coats until you find yours. Aha! Car keys in the pocket. You grab both. Great. We're getting there. Keys in hand, you head back to the hall. Ben thanks you for helping her out. She's to work in the morning and no one else is in any fit state to drive. You can handle it, though. You know the roads like the back of your hand, don't you? No. No, I don't. Go to car. Leave. You open the front door and walk out into the freezing night. The cold air hits you. You're glad to have your jacket with you. There's a dusting of snow around you as you step down into the porch. The yard extends around the back of the house. The car sits in the front of the house. Go car. You fumble with the car handle, confused until Jen tells you maybe use the key in your hand. Key, fumbling with the car keys, you eventually get the door open and climb inside. The car is freezing as you fumble around for your seatbelt. Your sister opens the car glove box and hands you a note and a key that was inside. She tells you that's for when you return. Well, obviously, we're going to read the note now. The note is from your dad and reads, "Hi, son. Hope you enjoy your break. You'll need to fire up the generator around back. Lights on. Also found something in the attic for you. In your room. Enjoy." Okay. Okay, it puts, it takes several attempts, but you eventually slot the key into the ignition. Start car. I hate that. You turn the key in the ignition and the car roars to life. Jennifer is getting impatient. If you value your life, you'd better get her home first. Reverse. Take Jen home. Go. Time to go. Drive. There it is. The car squeals but stays stationary. Oh my god, so just releasing the brake. Giving you the wide-eyed stare. Great. Release. Brake. They really put me through my paces. I hesitantly release the handbrake. Put car in gear. Okay. I do. Oh, it just automatically, great. I don't ever use my handbrake. I am drunk. I'm driving, very drunk, on a road towards the town where your sister stays. Jen started dozing off as soon as the journey got going. This shouldn't take long. You come to a junction. Is it left or right? You can't remember. Turn right. You don't want to, but you'd better ask Jen for directions. Ask Jen. She grunts and throws her arm to the left. It's left. Of course it's left. Turn left. You turn the car left at the junction and accelerate off. Confident that you are on the right road now, you loosen up and put your foot down on the accelerator. You feel powerful as the engine roars at your command. Jen sits up in her chair and clutches your arm. She asks you to slow down. So, slow down. That's not really what happened, though, is it?
You're all over the place, James. Pull over.
Jen is hitting your arm and yelling at you. Crazy, sister. Strange. There's a set of headlights coming directly at you, but really slowly, like slow motion. You try to react, but your body isn't responding. There's nothing you can do to stop this. There's no way to control it. The lights merge with your car. The outside joins the inside.
James, for fuck's sake, pull over!
Great.
James!
Yeah.
It was at this very moment, wasn't it, James? The moment you lost it all. Your sister, your parents, yourself. And then you made it worse. Go on. Show us what you did.
Oh. Did he frame the cop? Ay, ay, ay. You wake up in the car, your world is upside down, your seatbelt struggles against gravity, trying to hold you in your seat. The impact into another car has torn a hole in the chassis, poisonous fumes spilling into the car from the engine. Oh, this is the wreckage. This is the second one. You're in grave danger. You have to get out of here. Unbuckle seatbelts. Sorry. Great. She's alive. She's hurt bad. She's trapped by the wreckage. Let's move wreckage. Nope, I had it right the first time. Oh, it's an aid, you fucking idiot. Can't move wreckage from around here. You could be dangerous. Save yourself. Save myself. Great. I don't like this. I don't love this. Leave. You can't move. Your seatbelt is still in place. Cut seatbelt maybe? Unbuckle. worth a shot. You release yourself from the seat, gravity takes over, and you slump onto the roof of the car. Crawl out. Move wreckage now. You can move wreckage from around here. Save yourself. You squeeze through the wreckage and fall to your knees on the ground next to your vehicle. Every breath brings pain to your chest, your head is throbbing, a blue car has smashed into the passenger side of your car. Your life cannot be ruined by this. You are standing holding your whiskey and your dad's note, and flashing lights are approaching in the distance. Door is jammed. You don't have time to messing around like this, James. This is foul. Well, that's not smart thinking, James. Is it? You'll eventually, they will eventually find it and link it to you. Well, that's not smart. All right, help. Okay. Cool. Very sick jump scares. We love that. We love that. What good is pouring it out going to do, James? You still have the bottle. Put bottle in car. What good is pouring it out? Put it in blue car. Oh, put bottle in blue car. With the lights approaching closer, you begin to hear the shrill of their sirens. You simply cannot go to jail for this. You clean the bottle to remove your connection to the whiskey. You then very deliberately spill the remainder of the bottle contents on the driver, and you toss the incriminating evidence into the passenger seats. A circle of flashing lights surround you, illuminating the crash site in the darkness. This is from the aliens. Behind them, an army of people, all staring. One figure steps out, a silhouette, and walks towards Reet. Ask for help, perhaps. You're not making any sense. Help my sister? Help me? Fall over? Walk over. Ask for help. Did I already do that? Okay. Great. Nothing makes any sense. Okay. As you approach, the man pulsating lights around you, dimmer and dimmer, while the pain in your head increases. You fall to the ground.
I know you're tearing yourself apart over it, but no matter what you keep telling yourself, you have to listen to me. That accident, that poor man, me. You have to remember. It was all your fault. I know what you did. How you left me there to protect yourself. Planting evidence on some poor man. You went headfirst into that officer and you wrecked all of our lives. And you couldn't even take responsibility. You did the right thing for you and no one else. Save yourself. Only it was wrong, wasn't it? Look at you now. Utterly consumed by it. Say it, James.
I'm just gonna leave, actually.
Say it. Tell them.
I'm gonna head out, actually. Good.
Listen to yourself.
Good. That's normal. That's a normal thing.
It has to end, James. Do you not understand? Well, I think we've made progress today, Mr. Aition. I guess we should tell the police what you've told us. Although I don't suspect they'll take you anywhere. I think you'll be with us for quite some time. Come on, let's get you back to your shows. I'll see you tomorrow.
Wild game. I thoroughly enjoyed this. Thoroughly enjoyed. It makes me a little. Did Observation come out before or after this game? Because I'm legitimately curious to see if, like, what other games after? Oh, that's cool. Okay, good. Because here's the thing, like, Observation, this is this is a big part of, like, sorry, words are hard. A big part of like developers, I feel like, is that they grow over time. Like when you look at game, like for instance, the devs for Alan Wake and Control, right? Like Alan Wake had a decent story, but the gameplay was shit, right? And then their second major game was Quantum Break, and the story was okay, but the gameplay was really the best part of Quantum Break. And then you have their third game, Control, that has a great story and great characters and great gameplay, and it's the whole package. And it took them a couple of years to get there. Oh, it's replaced. It's just the sessions 1 through 4 now. That's very cool. You know, it took those developers, a couple of years to get it right, and obviously, some people, went through and, the game development, as it does. But I really do feel like developers, as they make more and more games, particularly like indie developers, they really, shockingly, the more games you make, the better they are. So if Observation is only okay and Stories Untold is better, that to me like represents a clear increase in like the game developers and what they've been doing, especially because this seems like a very indie studio. There doesn't seem to be like it doesn't seem like there's a ton of folks really in this in this studio. It seems like a very small time indie developer. So I'm very interested. I'm definitely going to keep an eye on No Code for the future, because I think they're potentially could have some really interesting stuff coming down the line. I missed 4 achievements? No. And they're all hidden achievements. Bastards. Okay. What, Bain? Tell me what's happening. Oh, the alien one was terrifying. The alien one, I liked them all. I think they all do, they all are different enough that it never felt like I was doing the same thing, really. Because the House Abandoned was all text puzzles. And then episode 2 was you were manipulating the tools in the lab. And then Station 3, I would say I probably liked Station 3 the most. It does have such The Thing vibes. It is so much more The Thing than anything else. It is you're at a remote Arctic station, and you're being attacked by aliens potentially. The one thing that I wasn't as much of a fan of is I wish the aliens were like a through line, like there was an extraterrestrial present in all 3 episodes, because I feel like the lab conduct, like you were controlling aliens, and then in the station process, the same thing. But I feel like the House Abandoned was just creepy. Like, it didn't have that alien like through line as much. It was just spooky, which I wish they had incorporated a little bit more of that. But also, it's much more. Also, yes. I think that is also sort of the analogy of like the first 3 episodes are him trying to is James trying to lie to the doctors in the present, but also come to terms with like what happened, weirdly. Because that's the last session. That's what the last session was, right? You know, you went through each of the three part. You went through. You redid like you redid stuff, the weather station stuff. You redid the lab stuff, and then you finished it with the text stuff. So you really, I mean, it was really. I really enjoyed it. I love when games think outside the box and really, like, give me a great story with weird gameplay mechanics. And I feel like they've really, like, Stories Untold really accomplished that with this game. I really quite like them. I really do. The text puzzles were a little annoying. That's my one and only minor gripe. And I think that it is much more I'm stupid and just couldn't figure the text puzzles out quick enough. Like, I was just not, I was just dumb. Yeah. It's so weird. It's so weird. Like, there is a TV show I watched years and years. It's a child. I couldn't even tell you the name of it. But one of the characters is you find out later that they're in a coma, and this whole, like, it was actually very similar to this game, where the kid had gone through these, like, fantastic adventures. Like, they were in space, and then they were fighting a dragon, and they're doing all this stuff. And at the end, it finds out that the kid has been in a coma because there was an accident. And that, you know, they need to wake up. And then the episode ends with the kid waking up from the coma, basically. And through this whole, it was not, I know it wasn't Rugrats, but Rugrats may have also done an episode like that. The show I'm thinking of wasn't Rugrats. The only thing that I remember about it is that there was the main headquarters of where the kids hung out was called Wits End. That is literally the only thing I can remember about it. But yeah, I love this. This was really, part of me also wants to think that, like, episodes 1, 2, and 3 were, like, James trying to come to terms with his own guilt. Like, it's like he's having these, I think while he's doing, like, the 3 episodes, I think it is technically, like, post-accident, like, he's in the hospital, but he's using, like, glimpses of, like, what happened at the party and what happened, you know, in the ambulance ride when he was being resuscitated, and what happened afterwards when they were trying to, like, get what, like, you know, trying to interrogate him and trying, like, figure out what happened and what happened to the cop and stuff out of him. He's making these, like, grand delusions up to try and run away from that guilt, until eventually he just simply couldn't escape it anymore. Fantastic game, Bain. Fantastic game. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't know what the final 4 achievements are. I'm not, like, a big achievement hunter, but games like this, when you only have 12 achievements and I've already got 2/3 of them, I'm like, well, yeah, those other 3, or those other 4. But I enjoyed this. This was a lot of fun.